Yeah, good morning, good morning. This early morning. This is a Gwira Gwira Podcast where we are just going to bring the show live and clear from the side wherever you are. My name is Naiza Junior Sauti Nyikani, the deepest voice in the coastal region with my fellow Esa.
A very good morning. My name is welcome to today with me specific.
And thank you very much. We are going to remember these children are back at home for the December holiday. The primary school, the junior secondary school. I think these days they are being called, the primary school is being called middle school, then the junior school, then there's the senior school, and some of the students from the higher level, higher learning institutes, they are back at home because of the December holiday. So we want to talk about these children and their freedom. When you just hear the word children, what comes in your mind? Remember, my friend, is there a difference between youth and children?
The different children. So from 18, and that's where they can go.
Yeah.
But can't call someone with hapo mtakosana mbaya sana. So ni below 18. Hapo kwa children ni below 18.
So ataona kuwa unamdharau, you are making some jokes with this person, and which the station is very serious. He is a youth, or she is a youth. So now we are going to talk about children. We have just stated that children is between 1 and 18. We cannot mention about 0 because 0, they have not yet been born. So it is between 1 and 18 years. So we want to talk about children and their well-being. Well-being, how do they grow? The process of growing from one age to another. What it takes for them to grow. Remember, when these people are growing, they have to make their common sense grow mentally, grow spiritually, grow emotional, grow physically, from one stage to another. And there are some things which in that period of growing, which have to be there. They have to be present. If one of them is not present, it means this person is not growing. This person must be playing at some time. Naona anasumbua sumbua, anataka kucheza kila wakati. Pia huu mtoto anafaa kuwa the person must be learning. Napata kila wakati is getting connected, it's speaking to new words. Huwezi pata someone is growing lakini yuko tu pale. Ukisema kila kitu ametulia, haelewi, aulizi what is this? How does that one affect this one? So another one is about wearing clothes they wear. Hakuna venye nguo yenye mtoto alinunuliwa akiwa 5 years ndiye atavalia mpaka 7 years unless you bought a baggy cloth. Lakini in the process of growing, different clothes are bought. And according to the generation in which we are, the way people used to dress in 1980s, in 1970s, it is different from the way children are dressing in 2025. It is a different. So, what are these freedoms which are granted to children?
So first of all, freedom. And freedom the right of children to make their own decisions, to explore their environment and to express themselves, to make choices of their own in a safe and guided limit without infringing the rights of others. Because as much as they want them to have that freedom, we should teach these children that they should be making these decisions without affecting the rest of the community. So if I make a decision, it should not affect someone negatively, be it my parents, be it my siblings, be my fellow children. Like the decisions they make as they want to explore that freedom, they should not infringe the rights of others, and they should also learn to respect also others, because as much as you're trying to explore your freedom, someone else also wants to explore the freedom. So they should learn to respect each other in that space of exploring the. And then the examples of freedoms that the children are supposed it also varies with age. And as you teach our children to explore their freedom also, it helps them to be creative, it helps them to have that curiosity. Unapata mtoto akijim, hata kama ni mtoto mdogo wa 4 years, ukimpea choice ya kumake ya kumake choice yake mwenyewe, freedom ya kumake choice yake mwenyewe, unapata huyu mtoto atakuwa, yani anakuwa excited, anakuwa na that creativity, na anaanza kuona anaweza kuwa independent in a positive way. Lakini so if you teach this child to be independent from a young age, they will be creative, they will, even their minds will grow. You will start finding that these children will be mature. Ndio maana unapata kuna watoto wana mature even at a young age. You know, maturity, it's not about age. Maturity comes with the mind. So you'll find that some children, utapata mtoto wa 6 years venye ana behave. Ukiambia mtoto ni 6 years uwezi sema, because anakaa mtoto wa 10 years. Amemature more than her age, because unapata labda alipewa hiyo freedom ya kumake some decisions akiwa mdogo. So we should encourage these children so that even their minds can grow, so that they can learn to be independent. You know, as we're bringing up children, we should bring up children who they know that today my parent is here, tomorrow the parent. So if I learn to make a decision on my own at a young age, these children will be independent and they'll be able to even face life challenges. Not just busy life haiko nywe kama tukiwa wadogo. Kwa wadogo ulikuwa unafanywa kila kitu, like the freedom was very limited. But these days unapata mtoto akona chance ya kujimekia decision at a very young age, and we should encourage that. It helps to broaden their space.
So when you are encouraging you are giving this freedom to the children, remember, this freedom will help these children broaden their common sense in whatever they are doing. As my co-host has just mentioned it, when these children are given the freedom to socialize with different people, they understand, today my parents are there, tomorrow they might not be there. Today, teachers might be there, but in another few time, they may grant me opportunity to study alone, my own personal studies. So how should they behave? This freedom will help these children grow. But look at a place where every time these children are guarded, unapata ni kama wafungwa. Kila wakati wanafuatiliwa hapa na pale. Kama ni kitu wameambiwa osha vyombo, uko tu pale unaangalia. Taosha aje? Kumwambia nenda ukacheze na wenzako, you are there. Ni kama umeenda na yeye unakaa tu pale nje. This person will not have enough time to socialize with the others because anaogopa wewe uko tu pale. You have to grant them enough freedom. Unawa grant freedom mpaka unapata huyu mtoto anajua this is the right thing and this is how I'm supposed to do it. Through guiding, and also una guide huyu mtoto na mwambia ukienda kucheza, this is what you are going to do. Si kucheza na unatoka pale na unaenda na wenzako kukaa nyumbani. The main reason why I allowed you to move out of the house is to go and play only, to exercise your body, nothing else. We have been having some complaints. Unapata mtoto alienda kucheza, but at the end of it, wewe unajua alienda kucheza mpira, football, wavulana. Lakini mwisho unaanza kusikia kuna watoto wamepatwa mahali wameokolewa kwa mto fulani when they are drowning. Na uliacha wanaenda wapi? Kucheza ball. Lakini mwisho unasikia they were drowning in a certain river. So first you have to guide your child. Na una take limit of time. Unamwambia 10 minutes zikiisha rudi. Kama unataka 20 minutes unamwambia 20 minutes zikiisha rudi. So through those freedom, there are some challenges which have been uprising because of that freedom being allowed. My co-host, can you just state some of the challenges?
So as we are giving this, also let them learn that there is something called consequences that comes with this.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just a walk in the path. If we allow children to make their own decisions, the children should know that there are consequences for every action and decision they take. In such a way that, so like that incidence you're giving, unapata mtoto umempea 10 minutes aende acheze. Mtoto hizi 10 minutes ameenda 3 hours. You know, so hii extension anafaa jue hapa nimekosea. So there is a consequence for this. There is a punishment that comes with this. So with this utapata mtoto, even the next time you give them that freedom, atakumbuka, last time I did this and this is not. Yeah, so it's not even about age and maturity alone. There is also the aspect of consequence. of their actions. And if you teach these children that there's a consequence for their actions while growing up, even when they become adults, they'll be responsible for everything they're doing, and they'll be acting responsibly because they'll be knowing that if I do this or I go against what I've been told, I'll have to partake this punishment, and this consequence is what comes with disobeying what I've been told. That's why you see outside here, even during the Gen Z demonstration, you know, these children, some children, they didn't have that freedom. They didn't learn about consequences of their actions. So even they just act reckless because they don't know, if I do this, this will come. You know, so our watoto wakifunzwa that if you're given this freedom, there's this consequence. Utapata mtoto ana act responsible. But mtoto mwenye amefungiwa tu in, yani amegrow tu akiwa anafungiwa in an enclosed environment, ndio utapata akipata that small freedom, akipata tu ka freedom, na unapata hii freedom inakuja mostly mtoto akienda high school, mtoto akienda campus, bali na watu. That's when their real character comes up. So unapata huu mtoto sasa amefunguliwa jela, alikuwa hawezi jifanyia anything, sasa amepata chance ya kuweza anajifanyia. So unapata watoto, utapata mtoto alikuwa amelelewa kwa kanisa, amelelewa akiwa kuna character ako nayo, but akifika huku nje, akifika high school, akifika university, unapata mtoto ameanza ulevi. Kwao hata hakuna mtu mlevi, mtoto anaanza tu ulevi, mtoto anaanza kupiga sherehe the whole night, hata anafika na wengine wana lose focus to an extent hata wana drop out of school because of that. So hii ina come up with because watoto hawakupewa right ya kumake decision kutoka wakiwa wadogo, hawakupewa freedom kutoka wakiwa wadogo. So wakitoka huku nje sasa, wanajua sasa they are the masters of their own lives, na sasa wana utilize that vibaya sana. So but ukifundisha mtoto kuna hizi consequences, hata akitoka huku nje atakuwa na make decision akijua kuna kesho na kuna kitu itafanyika ambayo inakuja na kitu yenye nimefanya. So mimi naweza sema hata hizi Gen Z demonstrations zenye zilikuwa zinafanyika, it's all about freedom ya watu, because hao watoto hawakuwa na freedom. So sasa hizo wameachiliwa, wako huku nje, wanaona ni kama sasa hao ndio maboss, hao ndio kusema, hakuna mtu anaweza waambia anything. So napata hata mtoto hata ana ile kufikiria kuwa nikifanya hivi nitaumia, nikifanya hivi nitaharibu maisha ya mtu. Hawana hiyo kufikiria hivyo.
That is good. If you are just getting connected to me, this is a Gwira Gwira Podcast where we are getting you live from Kilifi 003. Just go to YouTube, search, subscribe, and do what is necessary. So, at some point, where we want to look at which point do these children make decision on their own. Remember, we are talking about children who are between 1 and 18 years, who are now at the December holiday back at home. At what point should these children make their own decision? There are some decisions you can allow them make, and there are others you cannot allow them to make. Remember, at home, every home has its own rules to guide that homestead. And if there are not rules to guide that homestead, that's why you find some people are being misled by others back in the streets. So, there's a way you guide these children. Unapata mtoto kiamuka kama ni sangapi, anajua, if I wake up at this time, this is what I'm going to do. After that, I do this. After this, I undertake this. So, at what point do these children allowed to make their own decision?
So decision making in children varies also with age. You'll find children from you can start practicing this freedom from around 4 years. So from around 4 years to 7 years, the kind of freedom you can give your children, the freedom can also be guided, should be guided, especially for these young children. So you'll find for children who are between 4 and 7 years, you will start introducing that freedom when it comes to matters of like clothes too. Si tunampeleka kwa closet, tunamwambia sasa chagua nguo unavaa. No, bado hajafika your stage. So 4 to 7 years, what you do, like if it's a girl, you take like 2-3 dresses, unamwekea hapo. Can you choose from these dresses ni gani unataka? So at least umemguide. You're supposed to wear this and this. But can you choose maybe colors, different designs? Can you choose within this unazavaa gani? Also, unapata mkienda kama shopping, mmeenda supermarket ama mall, mnafaa kufanya ABC. Kutoka kwa nyumba, you can try encourage this child. Tunaenda supermarket, we're going to buy this and this. But I can give you a chance to choose what you want. Maybe budget ni this and this. So ukienda na huyu mtoto unamwambia, can you choose between biscuits? Unaona? So unapata huyu mtoto sasa with time anaanza kufeel yenyewe my opinion matters. Atakuwa ana feel proud that mzazi wangu ananisikiza, nikisema nataka hii ananifanyia. But wewe mwenyewe unajua kabisa si ati ni that, it's not that independent, she's not that independent, or it's not that independent. But you're trying to guide them how to become independent, how to explore their freedom at that young age. So you can start introducing freedom when it comes to clothes, when it comes to snacks, games that they want to play. You see, as much as you know that they are in a very safe environment and a very safe space, you can also give them a freedom to choose what they want to or who they want to play with. Because around unajua watoto wenye wanawazunguka kama ni majirani, you know the kind of neighbors you have. So you can give them an option. Tuenda kucheza kwa na fulani ama unaenda kucheza, unaona, unaenda kucheza game, unataka kucheza game fulani ama unataka kufanya kitu fulani. So you give them that, you make them open to choose what they want to play. And as you advance also, we have 8 to 12 years. So unapata mtoto wa 8 to 12 years akili imeanza kufunguka kidogo. Akili ikianza kufunguka kidogo, utampea hizi options za nguo, option ndogo ndogo. You'll give them freedom on other broader things. So you'll start telling them to choose on how to spend their free time. Unapata mtoto ashamaliza kusoma, amemaliza house chores zake. So you encourage them. What do you want to do on your free time? You want to go for a walk? You want to watch a movie? What do you want to do with your life, like for this period of time? So once they tell you, you can also guide them. It's not like what they're telling you they want to do will be final. You see? So this decision, this freedom must be guided. Sisi kama wazazi tunafaa kuwa hapo kuwa guide hawa watoto. Sisi tunawaachilia tu wa make your decision. Umempea choice, we fanya kitu nataka, hapana. Hii kitu wanataka, you have to be there to guide them. That's why hata Kenya adulthood inaanza from 18 years. Below 18 years mtoto akawa mzazi. Hakuna decision mtoto anafaa ku make independently. The decision has to be guided by her. Ndio napata hata watu kama watangazaji hata wakitaka kwenda kwa mashule kuongea na watoto ama umepatana na mtoto, you can't interview a child without the consent of an adult because they are not yet above 18. Unaona? So the same way hakuna decision mtoto anafaa afanye kama hajafika 18 years peke yake. The decision must be guided. So unafaa kwa mtoto wa 8 to 12 years anaweza make decision venye anaweza spend free time yake, venye anaweza manage school tasks zake. Maybe amepewa assignments, kuna practical, kuna kuandika notes, kuna nini. Yeye mwenyewe anaweza decide, I'll start by writing notes, I'll start by this, I'll start this. So you be there to guide them. Bora unaona kabisa wana manage time yao na wataweza kufanya nini, wataweza kuaccomplish everything they've been told to do. Then we have 13 to 17 years. 13 to 17 years are teenagers and they are going to adulthood. So hapo sasa their minds are becoming broader. Unapata hapo sasa unapata mtu anataka kujimekea decision ya marafiki. They want to decide this must be this one, I want this to be my friend, I don't want to play with this one, hivyo sasa. So you have to guide them on how to make choices of friendship. Unaona, huyu mtoto wewe mwenyewe unajua, you know, as a parent, the parents know how to, you can discern who is a good person, who is a bad person. So you can guide these children on how they can choose their friends. So you guide them and then they choose their own friends and you advise them if this is a good decision or this is a bad decision. They have their hobbies. Utapata mtoto anapenda yeye kucheza, mtoto anapenda kuswim, mtoto anapenda kufanya ABCD. You can guide them on how to choose their hobbies. Hobbies that can also help them grow. Because hapa sasa unajua umeanza kuangalia future ya mtoto. 13 years, 15 years ni mtoto mwenye unafaa kwanza kuangalia akifika 18. What can she do best? What can he do best? So unamguide on the hobbies that anaweza fanya. Academic subjects. Tukiwa high school nakumbuka ulikuwa unafika form 2, form 3 mtu anachagua subject. So hapo sasa unaona hata ulikuwa unagaidiwa na walimu. It's not a decision tulikuwa tunafanya peke yetu. Ulikuwa unapata kuna mwalimu hapo. So the children unapata wanaanza kujimake decision nataka kufanya subject. Ukienda ukifika 17 years, 18 years unafaa kwenda university. Unafajimake decision nataka kufanya course fulani, but when you're being guided. Lakini si ile wazazi unataka kuwa dictator. Mimi nataka ufanye physics, nataka ufanye chemistry. If you become a dictator utapata mtoto atafanya lakini hana ile passion.
Na unapata pia elewi chochote pale katika ile psikolojia.
Kabisa. So unapata afadhali umwache mtoto ajimeke decision ukiwa unamguide. Kitu yenyewe mwenyewe atafanya akipenda. You know there is a joy that comes with doing what you love. So unapata encourage mtoto amake decision yenyewe mwenyewe anapenda.
Thank you very much. This is Gwira Podcast. Now Fiona, as we just wind up, There's something I've just remembered. Remember, there are some children without their parents who live in certain regions. They don't have their parents. And also, there are others who have been taken care by their grandparents. And most of the time, these grandparents ni kama wamechoka na maisha. Wako tu katika shughuli zao. Wengine wako na biashara zao. They don't even meet time to speak with children. And others, wanafunzwa na they are just there at home with auntie. This means about they are taking care of these children. And some of them do not have enough information about these children. Unapata tu mtu alimaliza form 4 then akaenda kuwa employed to that work na hana enough skills about how to handle these children. So unapata the people who are bringing this child are not their parents. They are not their real parents. Others are also taken care, all brought up by their uncles and aunties, and they're facing different challenges of life where they cannot be listened. Anything they express there in pata 2 hours kizo mpaka mwisho, they just decide to keep quiet and suffer silently. According you just mentioned about that challenge to these children who are between 1 and 18 years.
So if these children that are not being brought up by their real parents, they're being brought up by guardians. You know, in schools at least they're given that chance to explore their space under guide of teachers. But when they come at home, you find that they have a lot of, and that's why you find in such an environment you'll find most children kapatata kwa wasichana they'll end up getting pregnancies. You see, boys what end up kwenda kwa drugs and any of those vices in this. So I think if there's a child that is listening to us, please make decisions that will not affect your life or affect the life of someone else negatively. So make wise decisions. Hii freedom yenye uko nayo ya kujiamulia tu kila kitu yenye amua, lakini on a very positive side, because this life is yours na ni wewe mwenyewe utaumia. You know, you have to make a decision that will build you, that will make you a better person in future. Seti ku make decisions sababu sasa una mtu mwenye anakuguide, una mtu mwenye anakusupervise, you just make any decision randomly. Hapana, make a decision knowing that you are responsible for. Yeah. Ukiharibu life yako ukiwa 10 years, kitambo ukifika 20 years, unaona utakuwa hauna maisha mazuri. So make a decision that will build you, make a decision that will make you a wiser person.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I can see someone known as Riz saying money, powerful message. We are locked in Kitengela Massive. Thank you very much. Good morning from that side. As we just wind up, we are saying the Lord has done. The Lord has done. Our topic was children and their well-being. Get connected to Gwira Gwira podcast from YouTube, where we are doing these things. You can be able to get our information from there. I was your host, Naiza Junior, Sauti ya Nyikani, the Defense Force in the Coastal Region.
My name is Fina Mogita. So let's bring up children who are responsible. As children, let's grow up being responsible of our actions. Let's make wise decisions that will make us better people in the future. Let's make this our future nation. Let it be full of wise people, full of responsible people due to the actions that we take. So as we explore our freedom during our children to explore their freedom, let's be wise.